Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff. I'm Rob Lewis, and something a bit different today. As you know, I'm celebrating what would have been the 90th birthday of the late, great Glen Campbell, one of my favourite artists of all time. And I've done a few covers of his songs, and something about the guy that's just so inspirational, I think. But as something a little bit different, a bit special, I am going to be chatting to his eldest daughter, Debby Campbell. Yes, live from Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, it's been insane, but yeah, we had a great chat, and well, you'll see it in a second. So yeah, here we go. Here's me chatting to Debby Campbell. Hi, Debbie. Very nice to meet you.
You too. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for doing this. It's an honor. I can't believe I'm talking to Glen Campbell's daughter. To be honest,
Oh, you're funny.
um,
Yeah, you caught me at a good time. I just got home from work last night and I have 2 days off and then I head back across the pond.
oh,
So
excellent. Yeah. So
yeah,
so you're still working for the airline, is it?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like somebody posted today they had a big gathering of airline friends and they said we feel like we're all have Stockholm syndrome. We just can't break away. We love it so much. We're captive. So
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I've only been to the States once. That was
we're at
for my honeymoon. Went to New York.
okay.
But that was 2013. And we had a day in Philadelphia as well. So that was
Right.
quite cool.
Nice.
Saw the Liberty Bell and did the Rocky Steps. I think
Right. Very cool.
that's
Yeah.
customary to do that when you're in Philly.
Right. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I've never been. Where you Arizona?
Yeah, I live in Phoenix,
Yeah.
but I work out of Philadelphia, so I have to fly to Philly to go to work.
Ah, oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
because that's
Yeah.
where all of the good European flying is in Philadelphia.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
am transferring next month. I'm going to go try the Dallas base out because it's only like an hour and a half flight from Phoenix. And when I go to Philly, it's like we're talking 4 to 5 hours, and it's a long commute to go to work.
That sounds like a chronic commute.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, especially after you've worked a long European flight, and then you're trying to get home to Phoenix, and then you got to maybe there's not a seat for you, so you have to join the flight attendants on the jump seat for 5 hours. It's not fun, but
Yeah.
we do what we do.
Yes, and that's life. We have to do our things, don't we? But
Yeah.
uh, so what's it like having a famous parent?
Um,
I
it
appreciate this.
has its it has its ups and it has its downs.
Yeah, because I was
I mean, of course, I got to enjoy a lot of I got to meet a lot of celebrities, of course, being with dad
yeah,
on the road. I sang with him for 25 years and we went all over the world. And it was just the best time for me
yeah,
and dad,
I,
because he get to actually be around one of his kids all the time. Him being on the road most of his life, he had 8 kids, but he never really got to spend a lot of great quality time, with them. And I am very blessed that I got to do that for 25 years.
I can imagine. Yeah, yeah. It must have been great being on the stage with him and seeing the audience adoring someone that you see from a different point of view as well. You see that
Right,
you see the real Glen. We saw the public Glen,
right.
but
But
uh,
the real Glenn really wasn't any different than the regular Glenn. His personality was the same regardless. And
yeah,
that's why he was so loved,
that was
you
something I was
know.
going to ask you because I've been sort of watching a few interviews with him recently, and he had a great sense of humor.
Oh,
And
yes.
was that the same in real? I'm having trouble with my
Oh,
earpiece.
absolutely. Oh, he was a big jokester. Yeah, big
Yeah,
jokester. Yeah. That's why I kind of was in denial at first when the Alzheimer diagnosis was coming into play because, Dad and I, we would we would, after a show, get in the car and drive to the next town. We'd drive at night, him and I in a car, and the band would come the next day on the bus, you know. So I
Yeah.
got to see a lot of different cities because I'd be in the city all day while Dad was resting before the show that night. And we'd have different drivers, and he would tell jokes to the drivers. And then we'd go on to the next city, and he'd be telling the same jokes to the next driver. So it wasn't like he had Alzheimer's or anything. It's a different guy. He's telling the same joke to a different person. So I didn't really notice it right off, like my
Yeah.
grandkids did. I mean,
Yeah.
my kids, his grandkids. You know, when he would tell them the same joke over and over while they were playing golf, per se. So yeah, so we spent a lot of time playing cards in hotel rooms, watching Wheel of Fortune in hotel rooms. Dad, Roger, his agent, and I, we'd be betting a quarter a word who could get the word first. You know, we had so much fun. Just it really was a great. I'm so blessed that I got that time.
I can only imagine. Did he like his game shows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and As Seen on TV. Do you know what that is? Where they have like all this stuff that you could only buy from the TV, and but you go into Walmart and they'd have that section, As Seen on
Oh,
TV.
okay. Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah.
to keep him away from it because he'd want to start buying all that stuff, you know. Yeah. He was
Oh,
funny. He was a funny guy. Yeah.
yeah. So how did you learn? Did he sit you down and tell you about the Alzheimer's?
No, because he was in denial too. I mean, I don't have all. I just want to forget some of the years, you know. I mean, he'd say,
Yeah.
I just want to forget the last 30 years, you know. But yeah.
My grandparents, they both they had dementia, not actually Alzheimer's,
Oh, I'm so
but
sorry. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I saw that, and it's at first, like you say, you think, because my granddad was a bit of a joker, you know, you do kind of think, oh, is he just messing about? But you know,
Right.
and then it starts to hit you when they don't recognize you anymore, and
Right.
things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, it took, I mean, Dad recognized us up into about maybe 7 months before he passed, maybe. So but my heartbreak was when I was spending time with him in the facility that he was in. I handed him his guitar and he just turned it around, looked at it, and then he handed it back to me. Then I knew that, you know,
Yeah,
he's lost the in touch with who he really was, you know.
yeah, yeah, it must have been absolutely devastating seeing that, because
It was.
he was, you know, I don't need to tell you his guitar skills. I play
Oh,
guitar, and I watch him sometimes and think that's incredible.
unmatched.
Some of the things,
Unmatched. I know.
yeah.
He's just amazing. He just never really got his due, you know. I believe that. But he
I,
was like one of the best.
I think
Just so
that,
effortless.
yeah, exactly, yeah, and the same with I think maybe more people recognize him as a singer, because singers generally get the more credit
Right.
and attention, don't they? But yeah, just
Right.
to see him playing guitar, like you say, effortless, you know. um it's
Yeah, guitar playing, they don't make CDs out of just plain old guitar playing, you know. You got to have something to go along with it. And that's where the voice comes in.
yes,
and then when you see the artist performing, then it's like, oh my gosh, and look how they play the guitar, you know. So
that's it. Is it right that he, before he was sort of well known, he would record um albums for like guitar manufacturers, for music shops?
well, he
I
was
read
a
that
studio
somewhere.
musician. He
Yeah,
was a
so
studio musician, yeah. And he
yeah,
played on all the records, you
that's
know,
right.
of
Yeah,
so many people. Yeah.
Beach Boys and stuff. But I read
Yeah.
somewhere that he did these things. It was like for, say, Gibson or Fender to
Right.
advertise their next. This is what you can do on this guitar, you know,
Probably.
and it would be
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
playing it.
Probably. I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
64 albums as well. I was just looking it up
Oh,
before.
you should see my
It's
closet in this room that I'm in. I mean, every time somebody's parent dies, they're like, Debbie, they had so many of your dad's albums. Do you want them? And it's like, oh yeah, I gotta, you know, I can't even get in the door in my closet in my computer
wow.
room because it's packed with albums. So I've started making Harry Warren, who's a fan of dad's he lives on the East Coast and he has the whole discography of every album, every CD, everything that Dad ever made. And he sent that to me. And so I made a list for each one of my kids. And so then I start organizing the albums so that they can each have their own set. I have so many.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
do your, because you've got grandchildren, haven't you?
Yeah. I have
Did
a great granddaughter
a,
too.
a great granddaughter. Do they know who he was? I mean, obviously know who he was, but are they aware of just like the impact that he had in country and pop contemporary music?
Morgan, my 30 year, she's going to be 30 this year. She more than any of them, I think. But Olive, my son in New York's daughter, who's going to be 18 this year, when Dad died, she was young because she's going to be 18, and it's what, 9 years since Dad's been gone. So she was only like 10,
Yeah.
11. She did not know until after he passed, and then there was so much news about it. She goes, oh my God, I had no, I mean, young kids don't know that,
It's
they
a
just
very
don't. I mean, I
different
didn't
era
even
now
know
as
that
well.
when I was 10 or 11,
Yeah.
you're just too busy being a kid. Oh, that's my dad. He travels a lot. I get to go visit him in the summer, because kids are kids,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
I was looking in your book. I've got it here.
Oh, thanks.
You can virtually sign it for me, but but
You're right.
yeah, and there was a section there where you were saying about some of your friends as teenagers kind of had a bit of a crush on him, and
Right.
that
Yeah. Oh, I've got your dad's poster on my wall. And I'm
yeah.
like, la, la, la. I want to marry your dad. Ah!
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
very, very handsome man. Very handsome
Yes,
man.
he was. And he was all around everything. Good looking, could sing the phone book, great musician, so funny and so down to earth and loving. He just loved his family so much. He
Yeah.
loved going back to Arkansas where all my aunts and uncles lived, my cousins. He just loved it. He wasn't the kind that needed big houses with big rooms with fine furniture. That was every wife he married. It was never him.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So
What would you what would you say is the most valuable or important lesson that you learned from him, whether it's life or music, or is there something that stands out that he taught you or that you've just picked up from him?
to be honest with yourself in life, be accountable to yourself. Um, Gosh, I miss him so much. Yesterday, I was on the airplane and I'd been out in the lobby waiting, and all the passengers and some guy started talking to me, and I was in my uniform, and then I made it on the airplane. I actually got a seat, and he was in the aisle walking down the aisle. He goes, "Oh, I see you made it," and then he goes, "Hey, by the time I get to Phoenix, that's you today. Glen Campbell sang that song," and I'm just like, "Wow!" And he had no clue who I was
Yeah.
from Adam, and I'm just like, oh, Dad's
It's
with me today. I'll walk
yeah.
in a store, Wichita lineman will come on. I'm like, oh, Dad's here with me today. It's just, he was
He
an incredible human being.
yeah,
Can't believe
and
he's going to be 90.
yeah, he touched so many lives as well.
Yeah.
I'm a songwriter as well, and I wrote a song a few years ago. I called it One Chord at a Time, but I actually talk about Gentle on My Mind in the song. I reference it because I think
Oh, wow.
that's possibly my favorite song of your dad's.
Right.
I think it's just something about it just
I just
absolutely
was recently sent a song from a man in Manchester.
right.
And since I traveled so many places with Dad, and we did tours in England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, a couple of, like 3 or 4 or 5 times that I did those with Dad, I became very acquainted with his fans because all the same fans would come to the shows every time we came over there. And
Yeah,
so I'm friends with a lot of them, and they're my age. And so Jed, who lives in Manchester, his friend wrote a song about Dad, and they just recently sent it to me. And I've been sending it to everyone. I've sent it to Tony Orlando. I've sent it to Paul Overstreet. I've sent it to I think Tony sent it to Keith Urban, Colin Ray. I sent it to. It is an amazing, amazing song. Tony Orlando started crying when he listened to it.
Wow, that's
And it's got Gentle on My Mind in it. It's got Wichita Lineman in it. Talks about his beginnings. It's such an amazing song. I think everybody's scared to do it, you know, you know. But it needs to be a hit because it's everything that Dad was. It's an amazing, amazing song.
I'll look it up. I mean, if you could send me a link afterwards, I'll put that in the description of this video
I'll
as
ask the
well.
songwriter if he minds if I do that, because of course I asked him if he minded if I sent it. Of
Yeah.
course he wanted me to send it to people, but I wanted to make sure he had copyrighted it because it's
Yes.
an amazing song. It is an
Yeah.
amazing song, you
Oh,
know, and yeah. I don't know how you guys do that, you songwriters. I wish I could. I have a lot of ideas in my head, and I think if I had somebody with me that could sit down with me and we did it together, collaborated, that I would, you know,
yeah.
that
I
I
mean,
could do it.
everybody's different. I mean, I always write the music first. I'll just sit there
Okay,
with a guitar and I'll just be
right,
playing around. Oh, that sounds good. What can I do with that? You know, and then
right,
I'll start thinking. I'll get a little I'll start humming something, putting some words to it, and I kind of build it from there. But
okay,
some of my what I consider my best songs I wrote in 10 minutes. Other songs I could
wow,
spend hours on, and I think, oh,
right.
they're okay, but
Yeah, see, and I don't play any instrument, which I wish I would have, but I tried guitar and I just, you know, you got to love it or you don't love it, you know,
yeah,
and I think everybody says you got your dad's voice. You're the female Glenn. You have the tones that your dad had. All the other kids, they got the musicianship, you know. So everybody got something from dad.
yeah,
But I think if I sat down with somebody that was playing an instrument, then and we collaborated, I think I could probably do pretty good.
yeah. Possibly, yeah. Uh, so speaking of songs, did you write "Looks Like Rain"? Was that did you write the lyrics for that
No,
one?
no, another gentleman wrote that. And when I was making my CD in Nashville, my producer pitched that to me because of what dad was going through. And I'm like, well, of course we're going to do it, you know?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it reads like you sat down and wrote it. You know,
yeah,
it can
yeah.
almost
But the
that's
minute the first line came out, boom. Now I did write a song, and he copyrighted it, but we've never done anything with it. But it's called Two Flights Away, and I did it with one of Dad's fans in Nashville, Kevin Lemons, and it's about me going to see Dad in the facility. And if you ever need me, Dad, I'm just 2 flights away because I live in Phoenix. I've always got to go through Dallas to get to Nashville, you know. But yeah, and it was fun, you know. And I sent it to Paul Overstreet, and he thought it was great. But you know, I'm not. I'm connected, but I'm not connected. You know what I mean? I can get things to certain people, but nowadays you got to have a lot of money backing you to get stuff done. I'm sure you're
it's
well aware of that.
yeah, it's a
You
very
know?
different world, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, definitely.
scary sometimes. I was just looking at
The
some of
music is different than it was back then.
and getting music
Um,
out there, the means to do it, it's very different, you know.
you know, and it's like I sent Neil McCoy that song also that this gentleman wrote. And he goes, "Oh my God, Debbie, that is such a great song." I go, "Well, don't you want to do it?" He goes, "Oh my God, I'd love to do it." I go, "You can have another number 1 hit." And he goes, "Yeah, but I don't want to have to jump through the hoops to make that happen, you know, and that's what you have to do, you
Yeah,
know."
it's
So,
and this whole streaming thing and everything. I
and AI,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, yeah.
I, I still not so much vinyl, but I still collect CDs. You can't see it, but around my studio here, I've got loads of CDs signed by the artists. You know,
Oh, nice.
most of them in person when I've been to their shows. You know,
Right.
I've got
That's awesome.
Brad Paisley one. Um, I've got Miranda Lambert. I didn't meet Miranda Lambert though. I don't know if you've ever met these guys. Kip Moore, big country stars. You know,
Right. Yeah.
you can't do that with a stream or a download.
Right. Right. You know, that's like another thing. Dad, he would always be signing albums. every time we'd fly somewhere. I don't know how they find out what flight we're coming in on or what airport we're going to, but they're there and they've got a stack of albums. And my dad would sit there and sign every one of them.
That's
And I'm like, Dad, why do you do that? He goes, because I know that they probably need the money and they're selling them to bring food into their home for their family. I mean, so then that made sense to me why he would do that,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them were genuine. That they're meeting someone
Right.
that they adore, and they just,
Exactly. Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
it,
And Dad
it's
would send clothes to fans.
right.
Hey Seth, what size boot you wear? And one day I was doing a show with Colin Ray in Ohio, and Seth goes, "You want to wear one of your dad's shirts tonight?" I go, "How do you have one of my dad's shirts?" He goes, "He sent me a box. He asked for my address, and all of a sudden I get this box and it's got all these clothes in it, I mean, Dad was just he was a character. He really was.
Yeah, we have. You probably know, I'm not too far from Ed Sheeran here. He's just
Oh, wow. I'd love to go to one of those shows. Yeah.
yeah. I've seen him. Saw him once. He appeared at a Luke Combs show that I went to. But
Oh, I bet that was amazing too. That's another one I want to see. Luke
yeah,
Combs. Yeah.
he's fantastic. But Ed, his mum works in do you call it a thrift shop, a charity
Uh-huh.
shop?
I
Yeah,
love thrift. I'm a thrifter.
yeah. She works in one of them, and he donates his clothes to this
Oh, wow.
charity. So
Yeah, that's
you know
awesome.
you're buying something that Ed's worn. So
Right.
I love stuff like that.
I know. Yeah. When I would go to Manchester on overnights, I'd go with Jed's wife, Linda, and her and I would go thrifting, or I'd go with the crew or whatever. And I'd see albums of Dad in there, and I'm like, oh, I can't leave this album in this thrift store. I have to take it home with me.
Yeah. um,
Yeah,
so obviously you travel a lot with your career,
I
um,
do.
but you also toured with your dad. Is there a place where you kind of not a home, but a place where you feel at home that isn't a home? Does that make sense? Is there somewhere that
Oh,
you've got
like in
great
Branson,
memories?
Missouri, probably.
Right.
Yeah, because we lived in Branson when Dad had his theater. So I'm drawn there. I still love everyone that's in that town. They're the kindest people. Dad loved it. He would have stayed in Branson forever. He loved it because he'd golf every day and sing at night. Golf every day, sing at night. It was the perfect scenario for him, and he had his family there. Unfortunately, Kim really wasn't a Bransonite. She really didn't care for the Branson town. But anyway, yeah, so I'd have to say Branson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he a
Some of the
good
best
golfer?
years we spent there. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Sorry, was he a good golfer?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. He could have been a pro.
Yeah.
He loved golf as much as he loved singing. Yeah.
I've never played.
Yeah.
I've never
And
done
I
it, but
never did either. I'm like, Dad, he goes, come out and play golf with me, honey. I go, Dad, I don't want to go out on my only day off and hit some stupid ball around. And then he kept hounding me. And so I finally did. And then we ended up, that's all we did. I'd play golf with him every day. We'd go back, he'd take a nap. I'd make sure he got dinner before we did a show, iron his clothes if they needed to be ironed, whatever. I mean, and that's what we did. And so I got to golf with him in Australia, golfed with him all over. It was awesome.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he? You talk about the fit. Was he? Did he cook? I'm just trying to get an
No,
idea of the
no,
man at
no,
home. No,
no, no,
I can
no.
relate to that.
I don't think I ever could remember seeing Dad cook. Now that I think about it, no.
Yeah.
I remember one time he had an omelet pan sent to my house from
Right.
as seen on TV. Oh, I think Deb will like that omelet pan. And all of a sudden, he was such a character. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
they'd come and stay here, and Kim had to sleep in a king size bed, so my husband and I would move out of our room and let them have our bed. I They'd leave. I'd find phone numbers written on tissue boxes with the Sharpie. He'd be watching TV. Oh, I need to write that number down. And he'd just grab anything that he could find and write phone numbers down on it, even on the back of my remote control. Oh, he
Oh,
was a character.
absolutely. So looking at some of the pictures behind you there, um, There's one there of him in front of a flag, the American flag. Where was that
Right.
one?
Yeah.
Where's that one from?
Um, Probably it might, I'm not sure where it was taken, but Sandy Gilliard, a fan of Dad's, did that. And then this one right here is him with the Beach Boys when he was a part of the Beach Boys.
Oh, it's hard to see because there's another screen sort of
Yeah,
reflecting
there's a
on there, but
glare. Yeah, and it's black and white too.
yeah.
Mike Love and Al Jardine are in there. And then that's my grandparents up there.
Oh,
Can you see
I
that?
can't see that
You
one. No.
can't see it? Yeah. Well, let's see, I'll take it off the wall.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I can. Yes.
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
grandma and grandpa, Dad's mom and dad. And then that poster, well, let me see if I can get this back on the wall.
Don't start taking all your
Yeah.
redecorating for me.
And then can you see this poster?
I can see the bottom of it.
Yeah, I guess they've demolished this in Liverpool, but Dad and I performed there. But they've demolished that. And Jed, my friend in Manchester, got that poster and gave it to me.
I don't think I've
And I
ever
have
been
a
to
lot of
Liverpool.
posters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
I've got posters hanging from the rafters in my garage.
Yeah. What's the one with all the little circles above where it says Nana?
This
No,
one?
no, the other side.
Oh, those are shows that I've done. I don't, this one's not the one, but there's all kinds of artists, Colin Ray, TJ Shepherd and his wife, Billy Dean, Brad Seals, Hawkshaw Jr. Now I do a show every couple years in Nashville for
Yeah.
the Legends, the second generation.
Yeah.
And so we're doing one. I guess I'm asked to do it this year. Oh wait, they're not doing one this year. We're doing it next year in June. But the kids of different country artists. We do
Right.
a show in Nashville. Yeah. So this was one a couple years ago down in Nashville. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine.
I like to get out there and sing once in a while.
Absolutely. Well, it's good therapy, if nothing else.
And plus, I'm keeping Dad's music alive through me. I'm even though it's out there in the world, it's not like you can't hear it anytime you want. Jeff Dayton, who used to be in Dad's band, when he's the band that Dad hired when he decided to go back on the road in 1987, and when he asked me to start singing with him in 1987. And yeah. Jeff Dayton, he's now touring all around doing Dad tributes to Dad, and he also does tributes with one of Barry Manilow's musicians, and I can't remember right offhand the other one, Simon and Garfunkel maybe. So all three of them, they all are traveling and doing the music of the artists that they used to play for. And Jeff's asked me to come out on the road with him for some dates, and so I go on, and then him and I sing the duets that I sang with Dad, and so it gets me out there.
Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't sing.
My singing was never about me singing. It was always about hanging out with Dad. So.
Yeah. So that was kind of a unique thing. I saw that in your book as well, that you weren't pursuing a musical career. You just wanted to spend time with him,
and I was his duet partner, so
yeah, because you had not a distant relationship growing up, but you spent a lot of time apart and things, didn't you?
Because I didn't live with him. I lived with my mom, military. That's why I lived in England.
Yeah.
So when I got married, my ex-husband was in the military, so we lived in Italy for 4 years. So when he got out, I said I want to move where my dad is, because my mom and them were still in Germany. My stepdad had been stationed in Germany, and so I said I want to live near a grandparent. I want my kids to know one of their grandparents.
Yeah.
And so we moved to Phoenix, and that's where it all went. And I was blessed that my kids got to have a great relationship with their grandpa, and he loved my kids, and it was awesome.
Mm. Yeah, I can imagine. One thing I want to ask you got to spend some time with John Wayne, didn't you?
I did. Oh my gosh, what a great guy. He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Yeah. In fact, I have a picture. Oh, I think it's in my little book. It says, Debbie, my friend, when are you going to come and see me again? It was so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been almost kind of, was it daunting meeting someone like that?
Well, I was a teenager. What do I know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
not as not starstruck, but I'm just hanging out backstage waiting on my dad to finish his show, and this guy that's on his show with him, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I respected that was John Wayne, I respected that, of course, but it's just, I mean, it's just normal. You're just having a normal conversation.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
who else did you meet? Sort of like big
You
names.
know what? Let me tell you something. This just came into my head. It's not so much about who you're meeting, it's about what their personality is like.
Right.
If they are stuck on themselves, it's going to be an awkward conversation. You're going to feel nervous. But if there's somebody that's so warm and comfortable, then it's just natural that you're having a great conversation. They just have to be very famous.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm finding that is not like it was in Dad's era, like the Charlie Prides, the Roy Clarks, Dad, Loretta Lynn. They were all so down to earth that you could just sit in a room with them and not feel nervous because they made you feel so comfortable because they're a human being just like you're a human being.
Yeah.
They're not, they don't prop themselves up like they're better than you. And I think there's a lot, I've been around them, a lot of artists that you feel so uncomfortable with because they are so full of themselves,
There's a lot
and
about
that's sad.
this
And that's really
celebrity
sad. So I think
culture.
yes, and that's what's gone away
Mm.
from Dad's era,
Back then you had to earn your fame. Now
Exactly.
it's very different.
Yeah, it's a dime a dozen.
Yeah, you're famous for being
And they go
famous.
out a dime a dozen, right?
Yeah, I see it. You get famous for being famous, and then the
Yeah,
people who are really trying hard,
exactly.
they can't
I
get
know it.
there because the spaces are taken up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, John Wayne. Yeah, I must have been.
I got to go and do his son. I got to go and do the True Grit Festival
Right.
up in Ridgeway where they filmed it.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. I got to walk all the steps that Dad walked making that movie. It was pretty nostalgic. Got to go to the snake pit. I even brought some wood home from the snake pit where Dad was killed.
It's a
And I
great
can't
movie.
believe I crawled in that. I can't believe I crawled in there either.
So are they still the snakes? Is it really?
There might be. There probably was, and I am just lucky I didn't get bit by one.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good with snakes.
Yeah, me either. That's why I don't like to go to Australia. They have
Yeah.
everyone that'll kill you over there.
That's it. Everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
I know it. I know it. And then somebody just said they have a flying spider that's I'm like, oh my gosh.
A flying spider.
Yeah, that's really poisonous. That could kill you. I even went when Dad and I did a show over there at the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House. I even went to their zoo, aquarium/zoo, because I wanted to, so I would know what to look for that was really poisonous.
Yeah. I used to do removals for a living. That was my job when I sort of left school, and we would get a lot of imports from Australia, and we had to have a board on the wall of, if you get bitten, point out which animal it was that bit you to the medical team,
right?
So they know
right.
which
right.
antidote to give you. That's it's a whole
wow.
other world. We don't have much like that here at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I like. I think I kind of prefer
I
that.
love England. I spent some of the greatest years. I mean, the 70s was such a great period of time for me in England.
Yeah.
You could hitchhike everywhere. I'd hitchhike to Cambridge and go to the Corn Exchange for concerts, and nowadays you can't do that anywhere.
No. We went to the Corn Exchange last year. Saw
oh wow.
Little Big Town and Ashley Monroe. It was a
okay. I saw Golden Earring.
Radar
Golden
Love.
Earring and another band, was it Asabisa? I probably am slaying the name because I can't remember. I never knew how to pronounce it in the first place, so I'm sure I can't remember how to pronounce it now.
Yeah.
Oh, Asibasa, but I saw two concerts there, and Golden Earring was one of them. Yeah.
So your music tastes, you weren't sort of brought up on a big diet of country music, were you? Is that right? You listened, you,
No, I was into the Shy Lights, the
yeah,
Stylistic. Right now, I love Bruno Mars. I have his new album in my car, and I
yeah,
just what a performer! That guy is just he's awesome. You know.
yeah. I like the
Yeah.
stylistics.
Yeah. I love Barry White. I love soul music, the blues. You
Yeah,
know. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
That's what I was raised on. I mean, that's what I liked to listen to when I was growing. But there was Top of the Pops when I lived in England,
yeah,
T-Rex, the Bay City Rollers. you know,
yeah.
I had
Uh,
all those albums.
uh,
When I was a teenager.
yeah, I was born in '79, so I kind of I missed that era. I had
You did. You
the
missed it great.
'80s. Yeah,
That's why I love all those memes that say, um, back then we had the best music.
yeah, and it still
Definitely.
stands today. You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
one of my favorite bands, Kiss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, '72 they got together. And they're
Yeah.
still okay. They've retired from touring, but the impact again. It's the legacy that these people have.
Right.
Like your father. It's such a.
Yeah.
It's not just the music. It's everything that he did. You know
Yeah.
the good time hour as well.
Yeah. I
I
know. Awesome.
I've caught some of those on
Yeah.
YouTube, and like the little kind of skits that he'd do
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and duets with other people.
Right.
It's I can't imagine what that must be like to just go to work and and
And
today
do what
you're
you
gonna
love.
and today you're
Yeah.
gonna be singing with Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Amazing. It was amazing for Dad,
yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah. And I
yeah.
got to be a part of that. So I'm truly blessed. And it's
Yeah,
funny what we were talking about earlier with my career I mean, I'm starting 39 years in June with flying and Stockholm syndrome, probably with the entertainers. I mean, look at all of them out there, Tommy James and the Shondells, the Animals, the Grassroots. They're all where they should be enjoying their retirement, but it's probably been their way of life for so long and they're making great money at it still. So, and if you can
yeah.
still do it,
Why not? Yeah,
yeah,
I think I'm on a different level, but I don't think I'll ever stop performing. I've talked,
right.
said to my partner, when we're old, I'm still going to go out gigging. I might get a bit more choosy. I'll get
Yeah.
a, but I'm still
Yeah.
gonna.
Now, if dad would have retired before his diagnosis, all he would have done was been on the golf course every single day of his life because he loved it. He
Yeah,
loved that as much as he did performing. Yeah.
I wish I had something like that. All I know is music and making videos and things now. That's
Right.
that's how I spend my time. But um, how long did you spend in the UK in
I
Lakenheath
came
when you were
over
living here?
1972 to 1974, and
Right.
my mom and stepdad still had 2 years left. His tour was till 76, and I graduated from high school. What am I going to do now? I can't really work. I mean, I worked on base in and bagging groceries at the commissary.
Right.
I mean, great career. But so I moved to LA and lived with Dad and Billy, and that was talk about a rude awakening. I mean, here I am living on an Air Force base, you know, in England, and now I'm going to Hollywood, in the big house on the hill,
Yeah.
and Kelly and my brother Travis, they're all hanging out with Dick Van Patten's kids, and Leif Garrett and I'm down on Skid Row in Hollywood hanging out with all the lowlifes that don't have any money because I'm used to that. I was
Yeah.
making friends with the less fortunate people, you know. Yeah, but yeah, quite a life.
Yeah. Have you?
I've
So
been very blessed. I was
yeah,
just talking about
absolutely.
it with a flight attendant the other day. When you get on the airplane, you never know what's going to happen. You don't, from day to day in life, even getting out on the road in a car, you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
And I'm like, if today God decides this is my last day, I have truly had a blessed life.
And
I
I
truly have.
and I think that's all you can really hope for in life is to have to be happy at the end. If
Yeah.
that's all I want, and for my
Yeah.
family to be happy.
Yeah. I've got great kids. I've got great grandkids, great granddaughter. They're all happy in their world. I've got to do all that stuff with dad. I've had a great career flying. I still have my health. Um, I'm very blessed. I really feel that
Yeah,
I'm at peace. You know what I mean? I'm just at peace. Yeah.
that's all you can wish for. Are
Yeah.
you going to be doing anything for the birthday? You doing any family
I'll
things
be
or are you,
working. I
right?
will. What day is that? Dad's birthday is on
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I will be going to Venice, Italy.
Very
I will
nice.
be in the air all day. I go to Rome on Sunday, go back to Philly on Tuesday, and then I go to Venice. But I'm trying to go to Edinburgh. I want to go to Scotland. So
Right.
I'm trying to trade the trip, because I love Scotland, Ireland, England. I've just been Scotland. We're Scottish, so I want to go to
Yeah.
Scotland.
The
You know.
bagpipes. Actually, that was
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah. So I will be flying all day that day, but Dad will be with me in my heart, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll miss all the festivities on the forums out there on Facebook, but I can go in, and when I land in Venice, I can get on and read everything, all the accolades and everything for Dad.
Yeah. That does it still choke you when you read things
Of
like
course,
that? Yeah.
absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
still the same thing this all these years later.
Yeah, it's always there.
Yeah.
I can't escape it, and I don't try.
And you wouldn't want to, would you either? I
No,
think
absolutely
that's
not. No, because
yeah.
that means when somebody brings it up to me, that means Dad touched another person, That's somebody else's life that Dad touched. And
Yeah.
he touched so many, so many, Um, I have all this, you can't even see it here, but I have, uh, I've got so many bags of this, pictures,
Right.
magazines that a friend, one of Dad's fans, she passed away, and she was like a sister to me. I mean, I just grew up with her when Dad played at the Hilton in Vegas. We were in the teen club because we weren't old enough to go to the shows, and so that's how I met her, because her mom was following Dad. So, and we just grew up. And when I had my own band, her kids came and followed me. But she passed away, and her husband came to Phoenix and brought me everything that her and her mom ever collected. I mean,
Right.
we're talking little 5 millimeter videos of them following Dad around at the golf tournaments, every magazine that they ever collected of Dad, every newspaper clipping, every picture they ever took. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with this stuff, but how do you throw something like that away? You don't. And I want to, one of these days when I'm home and I have nothing to do, I don't have to run to the grocery store or whatever, I'm just going to lay everything out on my floor in here and see if I can come up with some sort of organizational documentation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to do that. But it's
Proper
going to be
archive.
overwhelming.
So
Yeah, it's going to be overwhelming.
I mean, I've obviously not been because I've only been to the States once, but there was a museum somewhere, wasn't there? Glen Campbell
No,
Museum?
it didn't make it.
No.
My stepmother opened up a museum in Nashville, and I knew it wouldn't make it because my dad was not a Nashville guy. He
Right.
hated Nashville. He didn't even he wasn't a Nashville guy. You
Right.
know, just yeah,
Yeah.
the political aspects of that. You know,
There's so much of
yeah,
that.
yes, and that was not what he was about.
But all of those things,
No,
they must be somewhere. All of those
I have no
things on
idea. I'm
display.
not privy to that information.
Yeah. Well, you might have enough to do your own one. Yeah.
Yeah, I do, and I have friends that have enough to do one too. But I the best place would be where Dad's buried in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people come to that grave. I mean, when I go visit Dad, there's all kinds of guitar picks lining on his headstone from
Right.
guitar players that have come to pay homage. And there's now it's a national historic, and then now they just named one of the routes. Um, you know, Glen Campbell Way, or I've got it written down. But hopefully I get to go there in July and I'll be able to see all of that. But that's where, if I had my way and I had the money to do that, that's where I think the museum should be, because then it would help his hometown, you
Absolutely.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, because it's still population 300,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So is the farm still there?
No,
No.
but my cousin, I have a lot of cousins still there. My Uncle Shorty still lives there and he's in his 90s.
Yeah.
Aunt Jane I think Aunt Jane is 90 already. I can't keep track, I mean, 12 kids get of dads, and then Aunt Barb and Aunt Sandy. So there's three uh, sisters and one brother still living. And Uncle Shorty is hysterical. I mean, he's in his 90s and he's like, he'll jump up and click his feet and he goes, well, I can still jump up, but I can't stay up as high. He's just hysterical. They all have the same wit, all of
Yeah.
those Campbells, Yeah.
Yeah. It must be
Yeah.
great having such a big family.
Yeah.
Um,
Very loving.
yeah. Yeah. You can certainly see that. When in some of the interviews I've seen with him, and he's talking about you guys and his family growing up, and that there's a lot of that you can tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's I think that's more prominent in the sort of southern states, I think, than you get over here. It's quite taboo in this country to be.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I think, yeah, it's it's difficult to
Well, as
describe.
Dad would put it, there wasn't any electricity, so there wasn't a lot of things to do at night. That's why they had so many kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Grandpa needed a lot of them kids to get out there picking tomato harvest and picking cotton, It's really
Yeah.
funny. I stumbled onto this website over in Europe that does genealogy, and I was actually able to trace us back to like 1250. And a
Wow.
lot of the Campbells in Scotland were earls and dukes and countesses. And I'm like, what in the heck did they leave Scotland and go to Ireland and come to the States to be
Oh wow.
farmers? Are you kidding me?
So you might be like 500th in line to the throne.
I know. And the castle is still up and running, from what I understand.
Wow.
The Campbells of Argyll, it's an inverary, and it's still up and running. So I need to get there. Maybe they'll invite me in and I can go over and live in Scotland.
Absolutely. Do you know, I've never been to Scotland.
I love it.
I've never
Scotland's
never been.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you've got to go. And I love New Zealand, because New Zealand reminds me a lot of Scotland. Very lush, green
Right.
at certain periods of time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Scotland's a bit more realistic for me at the moment.
Right. Then New Zealand, right. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to come over on tour over there so bad. It's just I don't all the logistics of the contacts and all that,
Yeah.
Um yeah.
It's. I mean, if you do, certainly let me know. If you come anywhere around here, it'd be great, and I'll tell
Yeah.
I'll tell the other Robert.
Yay.
Yeah.
Robert Stamper. I'm pretty sure Robert is in Ipswich.
He's just
Let me look
outside.
real quick. Let me look on this little Facebook app here.
Yeah, I actually drive past his house a couple of days a week. Yeah, he's just.
You know him?
Yeah,
You do?
that was him. That was him that put me in touch with you some time ago.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Wow.
He's a lovely guy.
Yes.
My band, we played his parents' golden wedding
Oh,
anniversary.
now it's all coming back to me. Yes. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
and he's the
Wow.
he's the former coach of our local American football team, and I
Hmm.
often play music at the halftime and their home games.
Oh, how
So
fun. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, he's a great guy.
That's awesome.
I'm sure he'd love being shouted out in this in this
That's funny.
video.
So now, what are you doing this show on Dad's birthday?
I'll probably
This
put it out a day or two before. I think I haven't
okay, and where are
quite
you putting it
decided.
out on?
It's going
Where
to
are
be
you
on
putting it out
YouTube.
on? Okay.
Yeah,
And then if you want, you can also send it to Glenn should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Facebook
right.
and also Friends of Glenn. And
I
they will
mean,
get it out there.
I'm in Friends of Glenn. Yeah, I haven't seen the
Okay,
other
yeah.
one though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glen Campbell should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
because they're now doing
That's it.
this year's nominations, aren't they? I think for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and Dad's never going to be in it right now. I mean, it just is sickening. It's really
Yeah,
sickening that he's not in that because he played on all that music, and some people they're putting in there should not even be in there. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah. It's. I think it's. I don't know if it's a political thing, but Kiss had
It is.
the same
It
thing.
is. I'll tell you privately. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, Kiss had to sort of. I think they only got it 2 years ago or something, and
Yeah.
they were kind of they're almost like written it off, But
Right.
it's.
Yeah.
I don't know the industry as well as you
Yeah.
do, but I've
Yeah.
always thought it's a bit like that. But maybe one day it's. So I don't know what their criteria is, to be honest.
Right. Exactly. I mean, look at who some of the people they put in there. So now nobody knows what their criteria is. They just have the
Yeah.
name Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What boxes do you have to? Is it sales? Because I mean, he certainly 40 odd
No, I don't think it
million.
has anything to do with sales. It can't.
So
No.
it's I don't know. I wouldn't like to
Yeah.
speculate, but
Yeah. I'm not going to say so.
right.
But yeah, but Tim Plashaw has Glen Campbell should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then Hyde has Friends of Glenn. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely put it out to that.
Yes,
For sure.
I am in the
Yeah.
Friends of Glenn group.
Yeah.
And you're in there as well, I think, aren't you?
As of today.
As of today, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you got coming up music wise? You've got the thing.
I'm going to be singing with Jeff, and then there's another friend of mine, Trey Taylor, who is doing a lot of gigs, and he's asked if I'd come out and do a few with him. So we'll see. If I can make the schedule work, then I'm there. Because I love to sing, and
keep
and I love
alive.
Anytime anyone wants me to come and sing for Alzheimer's to raise money, I'm there.
Yeah, that's good that you do things like that. It's
Yeah.
It's very noble. I do the odd charity performance as well. You've got to give something back, I think.
It makes me feel good, and it makes me it makes me feel good.
Yeah. And it's a charity that
it's a way I can honor Dad.
Yeah.
It's a way I can honor Dad.
So if you'd like, if there's a particular charity that I'll put the link in the description as well if you want to send me a link if anyone wants to put a donation in there that's watching this.
To Alzheimer's, yeah.
If there's
an Alzheimer link.
Just any like a specific charity or whatever, I'll certainly do that. But it'd be great if you're able to get over here to do
I'd
some
love
dates
it.
at some
Yeah,
point.
definitely.
I'll come up with Coach Stamper, as they call him.
Okay, and we'll get the band together.
Yeah, I'll bring in a guitar. I'll get up and do a couple of songs with you as well.
Yay! All right.
Well, Debbie, it's been really eye-opening and an honor to speak to you today.
No, you as well. Thank you for having me on. It's been awesome.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for honoring my dad on his 90th birthday.
It's I don't know if anyone else is doing anything, but I just wanted to do something. I sent you a copy of a video I put out yesterday, and it's my band from last year.
Okay.
And we did Wichita Lineman. We didn't rehearse it very much, as you might be able to tell,
right.
but it was us doing it in my cousin's bar.
Okay.
And we did
I'll have to watch them. I usually am scared to click on links
I
And I
understand. Yeah,
normally
no,
don't, but if I know you sent it to me, I'll do it. Yeah.
it's now actually on YouTube as well. So you know
Oh, okay.
you can find
Perfect.
it. I sent it to you before it was public, but in fact, it was the whole gig is on there from a year ago. But I just highlighted
Oh,
that one.
nice.
So I'm trying to put a
Nice.
couple of things out for the birthday. I'm trying to get my documentary finished in time as well. That I've just kind of
Oh, very nice.
put together.
I
Um,
look forward to that. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe you can come over here and help me document all this stuff I got in bags.
if I could get over there, I'd love to be part of that. But no, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
It's been an absolute delight, Arkansas.
There you go.
To
There you
speak,
go.
yeah. And yeah, hopefully, you know, we might be able to do this again in the future. And
Okay.
yeah, thank you very much. All
I
the
look
best.
forward to it. I
Thank
look
you.
forward to it. And thanks for reaching out.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Cheers.
All right. Have a blessed day. And
And
tell
you.
Robert I said hi, the other Robert.
Absolutely. I will do. I'll brag to him in a minute. I'll say, I spoke to
Okay.
your friend Debbie.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
All right. You have a great day. Thank you
And
so
you.
much for having me.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. So there you go. Glen Campbell's daughter, Debbie Campbell. That's quite a surreal moment for this modest little channel. Just chatting about one of my musical heroes, Glen Campbell. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got a favourite song of Glen Campbell's, then yeah, again, let me know in the comments. It'd be great to hear, because a lot of the stuff I put on here is Kiss and Oasis orientated, but Glen's one of my heroes, as you know, as you can see that reflected in many of the videos that I make. But yes, so there we go. Glen Campbell, born on April the 22nd, 1936. Would have been his 90th birthday. Thanks very, very much for watching. Thank you, Debbie Campbell, for coming and chatting on the show. And thanks also to Coach Stamper for initially putting me in touch. Really appreciate it. I'll see you at the next home game. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, you guys. I'll see you the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.